Oh, hi. Let's talk about my favorite thing in the world. Just kidding, I have so much trauma from the exam. Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen. I'm a rising senior at Harvard who got a 1530 super score on the SAT, and I'm here to help you guys get over 1500 on the SAT. I don't know why I did that, but yay, SAT. Okay. Okay. I know there's a digital SAT these days. Maybe I am old, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't have it just a few years ago, but now they decided to make it digital. Whatever. Okay, anyways. Okay, so I've written down 10 different tips that can help you ace the SAT and get your dream score. Okay, number 1, first and foremost, take a practice exam and see exactly where you need improvement on. Make sure you time yourself and grade your exam right after, and then you'll know exactly where your weak spots are and what to focus on right before your test date. Okay, number 2, set a fixed study schedule and stick to it. Do not slack. Yes, it's hard, but it will be rewarding. Make sure you spread out your schedule so that you strategize what exactly to focus on right before your test date. I would recommend chunking your phone out the room so you don't get distracted and so that you can fully lock in. Okay, but how do I actually study? Good question. Okay, number 3 is learn how to read strategically. Being an efficient reader is so key to tackling the reading section, and you need to figure out what exactly helps you improve your reading comprehension. So after practicing for a few times, it's kind of good to just focus on one reading strategy and stick to it. For me, I started out by reading the passages for, 10 minutes and reading every single word and every single phrase and trying to understand every single little detail in the passage before moving on to the questions. Scratch that. So what I ended up doing was I skimmed the passages, read the questions, went back to the passage and looked for exactly what those questions were asking for. You guys can kind of figure out what works best for you, but that is what really helped me. It's also obviously good to underline any words or phrases that you think would be important, and that can obviously be helpful if you kind of look at the question beforehand. Okay, number 4 is drill every single math formula or whatever rule that could be thrown at you in the exam. So just to name a few, we got distance formula, laws of exponents, quadratic equation, Pythagorean theorem, law of cosines, exponential growth and decay, simple interest versus compound interest, arc length of a circle, and area of a sector within a circle. Also, random rule I just thought of is the interior angle within a polygon, which is n minus 2 times 180 over n, where n is the number size of the polygon. Who the knows that? There you go. Okay, this is a big one. Number 5, practice with good test prep materials. Now I know there's so many websites and massive test prep books that can help you study for this exam, but luckily Acely has a personal AI tutor that can help you achieve your target score. Thank you so much to Acely for sponsoring this video. Now I took the SAT almost 4 years ago and I finally got a 1500 after taking it for the 5th time. That is right. I took it 5 times total, twice in middle school, 3 times in high school. Middle school doesn't count, but still. I also went through 2 of the SAT massive test prep books, all 8 exams twice. So that was a lot, and I wish I had Acely back then. Now this is a secret weapon for crushing the SAT that will help you study so much more efficiently. Built by a team of ex-Stanford people, Acely leverages AI to help you ace the standardized tests. You get unlimited questions and detailed performance data to help you drill down exactly where you need extra practice. Acely is fully aligned with the digital SAT, allows you to review common mistakes, and provides short diagnostic tests to chart your progress over time. Private SAT tutors are insanely expensive these days, but Acely thankfully is only a fraction of those costs. With 10 times the number of questions in an SAT prep book, this personal AI tutor can help you towards your target score. Make sure you guys use my code HELEN10 for $10 off your first month with Acely. Study smarter, not harder with Acely today. Okay, number 6 is practice vocabulary and any grammar rule that could be thrown at you. Now there's so many ways to practice for this, but I know that a lot of people say that you can read the news to help you kind of become more comfortable with the reading passages. And this is kind of what I did. I read the New York Times for a little bit. Knowing how to comprehend articles like those will help you understand the reading passages so much better. Grammar rules, you just gotta know. You just gotta drill everything down. Know English. Be good at English. That's all I can say, really. Know how punctuation works, know how your dependent and independent clauses work. Also know how spelling works, because I think a lot of the times they kind of just have misspelled words that will trip you up. Okay, number 7, and I feel like this is an obvious one, but is so important, learn how to eliminate all the wrong answers. And for me, this was always the reading passage that tripped me up. And you have to know, there is always one completely, unequivocally, 100% correct answer. Everything else, it could be wrong because of a tiny detail, and you have to pay attention to that. So always look for those tiny details, such as extra info that could completely make the answer wrong. Maybe part of it is right, but then the rest of it is wrong, so you have to pay attention to that. Also, be on the lookout for answers with multiple interpretations, because this is what really tripped me up. Because I would always make my own little interpretations of the answers and try to argue, with the answer key and be like, no, you guys are wrong and and I'm right. But no, I was wrong. Answers with multiple interpretations are not correct. Because they're so like ambiguous, that doesn't mean they're right. So you have to choose the answer that is completely right. And there is no gray area with that. Okay, number 8, also kind of obvious, but super important, avoid silly mistakes. And, you know, even though I'm a math girly, I would kind of make some of the dumbest mistakes in the math section sometimes because I just like would not check my calculations. I would put one number wrong in my calculator. Like, you guys really have to, you know, be meticulous with those details, especially in math. So double check your answers if you have time. In fact, triple check if you can. Okay, and that leads me to tip number 9, which is make a strategy for time management. If you're stuck on one question, move on. Just, you know, mark it and go back to it later, because you should not be spending more than a minute or 2 max on one question. Keep your eye on the clock. Do not spend too much time on questions in the beginning only to have no time in the end. Like, this is obvious, but like, a lot of people make these mistakes. And this goes back to the whole process of elimination tip. Like, if you like rule out so many other answers, you kind of just like expedite the process of, you know, tackling all the questions. Okay, last but not least, my final tip, number 10, is relax and do not cram everything right before the exam. Like, cramming is the worst possible thing you could do for any exam, and I'm speaking from personal experience. So yeah, go back to tip number 2, stick to your fixed study schedule and you will not be stressed, or you will be significantly less stressed. Also, if you're in the mood before the exam, hype yourself up, drink a coffee, get your energy going, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just don't tweak about it and you're fine. Easier said than done, but yeah, you got this. Okay, I think that concludes my video. I never thought I'd be talking about the SAT again, but here we are. I do want to help you guys ace the exam, because it is in fact a traumatizing time of many of our lives. Also, I never took the ACT, so I cannot help you on that. I got a 21 on a practice test and I said girl bye. Like, SAT is my thing. Well, reading not really, but I still improved though. I was in the 600 range, and then I got a 730 on reading, and I did get an 800 on math at last. After 5 tries.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
All right, I really hope these tips help you guys, and seriously, good luck. I know it's a really difficult time for any high schooler, you know, trying to think about or take the SAT. It's hard. It's very hard. And I just took the GRE, so yay, I'm back in the standardized testing zone again, because I will take that again, because me being me, I am not born to do well on a standardized test. So I used to be far below what I got at the end. So it really just takes practice. I'm telling you guys, if you stick to these tips, if you practice with Acely, you will get better on your SAT. So yeah, don't stress too much. I hope this helps, and happy studying. Okay, bye.